What up, y'all? Mock draft Wednesday. We are 1 day away from the draft tomorrow night. 1 day away. So we got this mock that we about to do. We got some landing spots for these rookies. So I'll go over that with y'all uh right quick. Gives to the Bills. Yeah, let's go over it. Let's go over it. Let's see what we got. Marty, what up, brother? So we've got Bryce to Carolina, which is expected. We've got CJ Stroud to the Colts. We've got Anthony Richardson to the Titans at 11. JSN to the Texans at 12. Kincaid to the Packers. See what we got in the second half here. Let's see where's Bijan going here. We've got Bijan to the Lions at 18. This guy stays having Bijan to the Lions there. Will Levis to the Bucks. Flowers to the Seahawks. That's nice. Addison to the Chargers. Whoever goes to the Chargers is going to be in good shape for a long time. Hooker to the Vikings. A little early for Hooker for me in the first round, but Quentin Johnson to the Giants. Michael Mayer to the Cowboys, and then Gibbs to the Bills. Yeah, I can't see some of these guys falling this late. Even some of the defensive guys. Bayou, what up, bro? Jamie was good. What is good? See what else we got here. Hyatt to the Panthers. Not good. Damn, we got any RBs going in the second here? Laporta to the Lions. Kendre Miller to the Giants. That means they probably don't re-sign Saquon after this year. Musk Mingo to the Bears. Tanner McKee to the Texans. They take another QB. McIntosh to the Rams. A-Chain to the Saints. Tillman to the Titans. Rashid Rice to the Packers. There's not juicy spots here. Hutchinson to the Vikings. I like that to go opposite of JJ. I actually really like that. Hutchinson's a guy I really like later on. Charbonnet to the Eagles. Downs to the Chiefs. Okay. Tucker Kraft to the Raiders. Boutte to the Niners. So there are some good spots and some not so good spots. What am I doing here? Draft order. Randomized it. And we are picking third. Start this off. I'm not able to redirect yet. Saw you on, but couldn't host you after my live was over. Uh, so I decided just to come in manually. Yeah, man, what up? Yeah, I was trying to. I saw you on, or I don't know if you dropped a video or something. I tried to get on that. I'm not sure what exactly happened, but what up, Albert? What's good, brother? Thanks for tuning in, man. Albert. All right, we're about to start this. Here we go. I got on 30-second picks. I mean, 1 minute sometimes is too long, but 30 second is sometimes too short. But bone shin bone. So we're at three here. I mean, we're absolutely going QB. Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Hurts, Herbert are kind of my 1 through 5 guys there. I'll easily love to take Joe Burrow there. See where Mook is at. Typically, Hurts is coming off next. A lot of people are fading Herbert. I mean, we were just talking about that in somebody else's live. Guy still threw for almost 5,000 yards. He just didn't throw as many touchdowns as we would have liked to see. Let me change it to 1 minute. Just to give everybody a now Mook, sometimes he's in and out, but he'll set his cue, so we should be all right. We shouldn't have if it is auto, it shouldn't fuck anything up really. Yes, all QBs go 1 through 7. I mean, no JJ's still out there. Deshaun Watson goes at the 1-8. Okay, this is the first time that we haven't seen JJ go at the least of 1-6. I haven't seen him really go past 1-7. Typically, he's going at like 1-6, 1-7. So he's fallen a little bit. Yeah, Herbert played with a rib injury too, and then I know it's not really an excuse, but Mike Williams was hurt a lot. Keenan Allen missed 10 games, so there was a lot. There was a lot that happened, but he still threw. He still threw for a ton of yards. So I mean, I expect that to I expect the touchdowns to go back up. I expect their offense to be better. What's going to happen with Eckler? I don't know, but we'll see. There's Chase. So JJ and Chase are probably coming up next. Let me see who else went in the fourth round here. Didn't get a chance to keep going on. Darnell Washington to the Texans. Damn, Texans are just getting a bunch of dudes. Tyler Scott to the Patriots. Chase Brown to the Browns. Max Dugan to the Jets. Trey Palmer to the Falcons. Zach Evans to Washington. Anthony John. I can't. There's not. Iosovas to the Bengals. I like that. I love Iosovas as a late round guy. Yeah, not many running backs went in the first 4 rounds of. All right, so JJ comes off CD, AJ Brown. So Sam at the end here goes CD and AJ Brown, just double barrels the wide receiver position. We'll see what QBs he's left with, and I'm not opposed to that because a lot of the QBs went early. I mean, Deshaun Watson went. Lamar Jackson. Typically, sometimes these guys are falling. Kyler Murray is falling right now. Tua, Bryson, CJ still out there. So Jamie Fields and Bijan. Okay, I like it, bro. I like it, bro. Yeah, Dak was. Yep. Marty with the snipe. Marty with the snipe, bro. Caleb, what up, bro? Watson finally getting. Yeah, right. Finally getting the respect he deserves. That's right. That's right. And we're gonna see that. I think as we get towards the season, I think people are gonna be, snap kind of back into reality and not have such that recency bias because I mean we know what Deshaun Watson can do, like a top 5 QB, um, what every season. uh, except his rookie season. I mean, so at worst, he's a top 12 QB at worst. So he's got to improve from what he did last year. I mean, there was a lot going on, you know, a lot in his head. I mean, just there, that's a lot for somebody to go through. Every stadium you go to, people are going crazy. Now at least a bunch of shit has happened, so it's kinda it's not that it's swept under the rug, but it's not like the main focus of things right now, so he can kind of focus. He can have an off season with his team. He can go through training camp. He can go through all that in preseason. So I expect a way better season out of Deshaun Watson. There goes Waddle, Bryce, Stroud, Richardson, Tua. I mean, there's still QBs here. I don't love taking RBs, but with Brees still there. We got St. Brown, we got Garrett Wilson. So there's a couple different guys we can go with here. We can go with St. Brown, we can go with Garrett Wilson. They're kind of interchangeable for me right now. And then we got Bree. Oh, we go with Garrett Wilson. All right. Well, that takes away that. So what do we do from here? Do we go St. Brown? Do we go Brees? Because I might have to take a QB on this way back here, and then that's gonna mean that I'm gonna suffer at wide receiver a little bit. So, all right, let's go. We're gonna go St. Brown, and we're gonna see what happens on the comeback here. Because if Brees is still there, then I'll probably take Brees here. But if not, I'll take a QB. Yeah, I could have easily went Brees. Why are the rookie QBs ADP so high? Because that's where they're being taken in most super flex leagues. This is where these guys are being taken. They're being like QB is such an important position when you're playing super flex. So most of all these QBs are gone like in that second round. So you're seeing Bryce Young and CJ Stroud going in like the middle of the second. Every community is a little bit different. Everybody's a little bit different. Every league is a little bit different. But when you play with like more, experienced guys that have been playing like for a really long time, like these QBs they're gone early, even the rookies. So yeah, so I mean Bryce and CJ went there. And I mean Anthony Richardson, Tua is still on the board. I'm not gonna let Tua go past me. There's of course that risk with Tua, but I'll take the chance on that. I'll take the chance on that. Yeah, Daniel Jones over the rookies is bold. That's a little bold for me. Kidda, for me, that's a little early on. That is definitely early on Daniel Jones. But I mean, if you believe in him, if you think he's Josh Allen or is going to take that next step, like I don't think that's going to happen. I think Daniel Jones is what he is, and he's just kind of in that like 12 to 15 QB range ish. Like I don't know how much better. Like was last year a ceiling or was that just the beginning? Like I don't know. It's tough to say. I don't really like Daniel Jones, but prove me wrong. I guess prove me wrong. All right, so Olave, then Kenneth Walker and ETN. Those are guys I was looking at as well. But I figured I gotta just snag up the QB right quick. Still some QBs on the board. I mean, A Rich, Trey Lance, Levis, Golf, still a bunch of QBs. We might not see a QBs go for a little bit unless some of these guys on the back end start taking some QBs. But there's Gibbs. All right, so Kenny Walker, ETN, and Saquon go. Cheetah still on the board. Diggs is still up. There goes Cheetah. Diggs, T. Higgins, DK, JSN, Devonta. How does the outlook look on JSN if he goes to like the Patriots or the Texans or like I don't know. It doesn't really change much for me because we are looking at the talent, right? The talent over the situation most of the time is going to pan out. I don't really think there's that bad of a spot. Is there really that bad of a spot for him to go to? The Eagles? I guess that would be the probably the worst spot to go to, like, a more rushing offense, and you've already got AJ Brown and Devonta. Like, that'd probably be the one spot that wouldn't be good. Like, anywhere else, I don't think it matters. Almost. Well, obviously not the Bengals or shit like that, but all right. So Higgins and Golf go next, and then we're at the end. Sam's got no QB, so does he go? Does he go QB here? I see who falls to me here. Jared Goff is an interesting guy. I don't know what the Lions really are going to do. I think they keep him. I think they give him a contract if he does, well enough this year, like he did last year. All he's got to do is kind of repeat what he did last year, and he'll be all right. Is that too much to ask? I mean, he threw what 29 touchdowns, so all right. Levis, Eckler come off the board, and then DK. Okay, so Kid is on the board now. He went Tilo, Danny Jones, and Saquon. I don't think I even put the YouTube in the chat for everybody. DK. All right, Najee comes off next. So JSN still on the board. Cooper Cup still on the board. Devontae still on the board. Drake London. Damn, they're taking the fucking young guns. They're leaving me with. Where did Addison go in this? I forgot. Bijan went to Zay Flowers went to the Seahawks. Addison went to the Chargers. So that's a good spot, and that kind of pushes him up. Still got Gibbs, Javante, Swift, Jacobs, Hawkins. Oh, he goes Gibbs. God damn it, Mook. Sniped, bro. Sniped. Um, shit. It definitely hurts. Fuck it. We're gonna go Addison. Damn, man. I really wanted Gibbs or JSN or London, and all three went just back to back to back. Even Metcalf, Devonta, the whole round just went all wide receivers that I was looking at. I feel like sometimes these drafts are unrealistic. Which ones? The mocks that we are going off of, like the landing spots. Some of them are unrealistic. I mean, it's all people's opinions. So some of them absolutely are, but you never know. I mean, crazy shit is gonna happen. There's gonna be so much shit that happens tomorrow. There's gonna be trades. Don't be surprised if a bunch of trades go down. We saw AJ Brown get traded last year. I don't know who's gonna get traded this year, but Dalvin Cook could be on the move. Trey Lance could be on the move. D Hop, which they're already working on. So there's a bunch of guys already, that could be most likely on the move. There goes Christian Watson. Fuck, man. I think we're gonna go Hawkinson here with the wide receivers left on the board. I do like Judy, but let's take advantage. Hawkinson is not gonna make it back. Could go Mark Andrews too. It's tough not going Mark. I guess Mark Andrews would be smart too. But let's go Hawkinson. I think he's actually a little bit younger. right? Mark Andrews is 27. Hawkinson's 25. So I mean, 2-year age difference. I mean, I have Andrews ranked higher, but Hawkinson's my guy. So Trey Lance. I was thinking about taking Trey Lance also. I was thinking about just going 3 QBs there, but I like the pick there. I like the pick there. Where did Johnston go in the mock? He went to the Texans, if I'm not mistaken. My bad. Johnston, hold on. Oh, the Giants. Giants. He went to the Giants, Marty. Went to the Giants in this one. Pittman, Judy. That's good. The mocks are so fantasy based, it seems, and then in these startups, because most dynasty startups have pick trading, so some of these picks are slanted, fantasy based in these startups. Yeah, I mean, yeah, some of the mocks they could be fantasy based, but I mean, we'll see I mean, the wide receivers and the running backs that are going in the first round, those are definitely uh realistic. Some of the landing spots may not be. Like, I don't think the Lions are drafting Bijan, but I mean, I guess it's possible, but I don't like that particular landing spot, but yeah, some of these wide receivers, I mean, the Chargers, right? The Ravens, the Vikings, these are teams that are going to be looking for wide receivers. Some of the tight ends as well. There could be two, maybe even three tight ends go in the first round. I think definitely two, but we'll see. We'll see. Most dynasty startups have pick trading. Yeah, I mean, some do, some don't. I'm not like a huge crazy fan of pick trading you know, in your actual dynasty leagues. I mean, if it makes sense, then yeah, but I'm not particularly one to keep trading. Like, CH is also on the block, but nobody cares about that. No, of course nobody cares about that. I mean, what has he done? I mean, what a disappointment. He had the perfect opportunity on a great offense and he didn't do anything with it. I think there's a good chance that Gibbs goes in the first round as well. Chance that all four of those wide receivers go in the first round as well. So we'll see. I can't wait for tomorrow. We'll see what happens. We shall see. There's talk about the Chiefs possibly moving up. Um, they love Zay Flowers apparently, but so do a bunch of other teams. I mean, we'll see. There's a couple teams that could trade back. Steelers would trade some fat. Maybe, maybe. All right, Swift and then Charbonnet go. I like the Charbonnet pick there. Let's see what Kidda does here. Quentin Johnson still here. Ayuk, Mari, Deontay, Zay Flowers. Where did Zay wind up going again? I think he went early, if I'm not mistaken. Zay Flowers to the Seahawks. Okay. So Zay went to the Seahawks. Quentin to the Giants. There goes Jameson. There goes Burks. Jameson, even with the suspension, I mean, it is dynasty, so maybe it affects his ADP just a little bit, but we'll see. But yeah, I mean, the end of the first round is going to be nuts because all those teams, Cowboys, Bills, Chiefs, like Eagles, they could all use a Gibbs back there, or most of those other teams, even wide receivers, like I said before with the Chargers, Ravens, maybe not if they wound up pulling this off for D Hop, maybe they don't go wide receiver. Uh, man, I hate the running backs that are left. Kirk is still out there. Carr. Damn. All right. Do we just go all rookie wide receivers? I mean, I like Quentin. I like Ayuk. I really like Ayuk. Um, I like Zay too there. We take the upside with Quentin Johnson. Do we take the upside with Ayuk? This is a tough one. I'm gonna go Ayuk though. I'm gonna go Ayuk. I like the landing spot of Quentin Johnson here on the Giants, where he's kind of like the number, like there's nobody else really there. So he'll be kind of that deep ball threat. Let's see what comes back around to us. I'm just gonna wait on RB. There goes Pollard and Chubb. All right, so now we're back at it. So we've got fuck it. Let's take Zay. I mean, at some point, Lockett's got to retire, right? I'm kind of meh about these backs after the day two, man. The NFL is showing us they don't care about. Yeah, they absolutely. I mean, that's been going on for a long period of time where they just show us that they don't care. Now, I will say that because it's being more kind of the running back position and more kind of going away from it, or more and more like tandeming and tag teaming guys, that maybe some of these later round guys are gonna not, I wouldn't say like pan out to be RB1s, but there's just gonna be a whole bunch of RB2s in the league. That's why like I don't care about the running backs. Like you can find a RB2 pretty easily. It's the RB1s that are the hard ones to get, or that are the hard ones to acquire. So yeah, if they're an RB2, it's I don't really care much about the RB2. Like I'd rather take the wide receiver, of course. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's a deep running back class. There's guys that are going to get opportunities, and again, it's a year to year thing. I always say it for the running backs, it's a year to year thing. So, do they get the opportunity this year and do their thing? Hopefully, that'd be great for some of these guys. But are they going to continue to do it? Year after year. That's where like the percentage is really low. So we'll see what happens. There goes Kirk. There goes Terry. JK is an interesting guy. I like JK because I feel like even if he leaves the Ravens, I feel like he can find himself a good role somewhere just because of the type of back that he is. There's Deontay at the 710. Deontay Johnson is just being like I'd rather have Deontay almost than Godwin. I know that might sound crazy, but yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with Godwin this year. I'm a little worried for Godwin, a little worried for Evans. I'm just kind of staying away from those guys. PB Dubs, what up, bro? There goes Dotson, and I like Dotson. Dotson's a good player. Is he ever going to be more than a wide receiver three ish? I mean, can he be a fantasy wide receiver two? Yeah, but can he be anything more than that? I mean, they were never ever able to turn Terry into anything more than that. So I think that's kind of Dotson's ceiling, is that kind of wide receiver, like mid to late wide receiver two range. That's like ceiling, best case scenario. There goes Kirk Cousins. So Sam, who went CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown, and Stephon Diggs, follows up with Anthony Richardson, Brock Purdy, and Kirk Cousins. So got himself some QBs. I don't know who's going to be starting. Is Anthony Richardson going to be starting right away? Is Brock Purdy going to play at all this year? Debo. All right, Rashard White and Pacheco go next. These are guys that can possibly be axed tomorrow night. Well, I wouldn't say tomorrow night. But throughout the whole draft, throughout day two and day three, maybe. They've got to bring other guys in there. Rashard White, Pacheco, Pierce. They're going to bring some competition into those backfields, especially Pacheco and White. Pacheco is just I don't know. He's just not that good to me. I don't know how long he's going to be. Like they have this like a small role for him. He's not like he's not a three down guy. Derek, what up, bro? What up, Derek? So yeah, Pacheco and White. I mean, they could easily lose a ton of value. This is why I say just sell the running backs at peak value, even if they do wind up not getting somebody, and they do wind up being the guys going into next year. Like it can change so easily, with this draft coming up. So take advantage because if they do draft somebody, any of these teams, like that's gonna hurt these guys' value just a ton, and then you're gonna be screwed. All right. What are we doing? Keenan Allen's still up here. Geez, we don't have RBs yet, but there's some trash cans up here. I could start going. Do we go a little bit old with Keenan Allen? I mean, I don't love any of these dudes. Let's nah, fuck that. Let's go with some upside. Let's go with some upside in Kadarius Tony. I got another guy who I want to go with next, and then maybe we hammer away some RBs after that. Maybe we snag another QB. Miles Sanders. There goes D Hop. Talks are happening. Apparently, he's getting traded to the Ravens. They're just talking about compensation, and how to figure that out. But apparently, he's going to be a Raven. So I don't know, man. Pacheco did hold it down in the playoffs in the Super Bowl, but you know what? Unfortunately, like the Chiefs, they really don't give a fuck. Um, unfortunately, that's just we sniped me with Monty there too. I was thinking about taking Monty, but that's fine. Because we'll take my guy being slept on right now. Sleeper alert, Elijah Moore, um, at the 9-3. Yeah, it's just unfortunately Pacheco. Like when you look at the more advanced numbers, he wasn't like that good. Like fantasy points over expected and all that kind of stuff. Like he wasn't that good. He doesn't catch the football really, and he wasn't tremendously used in the red zone. Like they kept throwing in fucking McKinnon in there. So I just think they have a small role. They want Pacheco to play, but I think they're absolutely bringing in somebody else. That's just unfortunately that's just the reality of it. Again, it's this year to year thing. Running backs and dynasty, you have to just take it year to year because you're going to get burned way more times than you're not going to get burned. Um, and we'll see the whole Pacheco thing play out. We'll see the Rashard White thing play out. We'll see the Damian Pierce thing play out. I mean, we saw the whole Brees Hall and Michael Carter thing play out, right? I mean, Michael Carter had a pretty good rookie season, and everybody was kind of on Michael Carter. Hey, the Jets might have found themselves a steal here, and then they go out and draft Brees Hall. Elijah Mitchell, late draft capital. Guy averaged over 100 yards from scrimmage for the 49ers, and they went out and got CMC. Now, CMC is CMC, so, take that with a grain of salt, I guess. But who else do we see here, Rit? J Rob, right? J Rob, undrafted guy, top 5 fantasy running back. They went out and in the first round went and got ETN that next season. Then ETN got hurt. ETN comes back and they kicked J Rob to the curb. Didn't it like kicked him straight to the curb? So it's tough, man. It's tough. Sam, what up? Every time someone picks Lance early, I pick Purdy immediately after. You got to. 49ers have shown no confidence in Lance. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. I mean, they just showed confidence in Lance. The GM John Lynch just said something about Trey Lance. I'm not sure exactly what it was. This was a couple days ago. Somebody can pull up the actual quote that he said, but that was encouraging for Trey Lance. And then don't forget, just last year they kicked Jimmy G to the curb. They were like, Jimmy G, we know that you've taken us to AFC championships, but we don't care. Trey Lance, it's your team. literally kicked Jimmy G to the curb. So just a year ago, we were singing a different tune about Trey Lance and what the 49ers felt about him. So I don't think Brock Purdy really proved much. I mean, he's in the perfect offense for him, so that's awesome for him, but I don't think he's actually that good. I think Lance can succeed anywhere. He can probably succeed if he goes somewhere else where I don't think Purdy can succeed somewhere else. It's possible they trade Lance, keep Purdy, and they've got Sam Darnold there for a reason because Purdy might not be ready. Does Purdy play at all this season? I mean, we don't know. We have no idea. Trey Lance never got a fair shake, and he'll get a fair shake one way or the other, whether it's with the 49ers or whether it's not. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. He might get traded tomorrow night. He literally might get traded tomorrow night. There's talk about Trey Lance to my Minnesota Vikings, which I'll take. But I don't know. A bunch of things can happen. But we shall see. Michael Thomas, oh man, stay away from Michael Thomas, guys. Even this late, like there's other guys on the board that still have some upside, like that I'd rather take than Michael Thomas. Like you have to start taking. I don't think I took. No, I didn't take any RBs yet. My bad. Ooh, sniped again, bro. These guys are really sniping me here. Let's go. I don't even know where Tajay Spears went in here. Zach Evans, I think, went to a good spot, if I'm not mistaken. God damn. Can I remember this? Let's see. Might have been like round 4 or 5, too. Really? Come on. Deuce Vaughn. No. Deuce Vaughn went to the Bucks. Roshan Johnson to the 49ers. Eric Gray to the Bengals. Go back to round 4. Oh, shit. My pick. AJ Dillon. Andre Tucker. Um, I could probably go with any of these dudes. Let me take my guy Gibby real quick. Give me some automatic points. I don't remember where some of these guys went. Let me see if Tajay Spears went anywhere. I could have took him there. Darnell Washington. Where did Mims go? Let me see. Chase Brown to the Browns. Evans went to the Washington. Why did I think he went to a better team than that? Solvis to the Bengals. Let's see who went. Let me see who went in round 3. Ah, Tanner McKee. Kenny McIntosh to the Rams. H Chain to the Saints. Tillman to the Titans. Rashid Rice to the Packers. Come on, where you at, Mims? Hutchinson to the Vikings. Charbonnet to the Eagles. Downs went to the Chiefs. Boutte to the Nine. I don't see Mims on here. Let me see if he went in the second round. Landscape moved that to June 1st. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Lamar to Frisco, yeah. Listen, anything can happen. There's a lot of things could happen tomorrow night. So this is gonna be crazy. Lance to Washington, possibly, possibly. I mean, they need a QB, but there's talk now that Washington might. Uh, what was their latest? I think they said they might move down. They might move back in the draft and basically punt this year so they can get one of the QBs next year, Caleb Williams or Drake May. So, oh, you wanted to trick someone or reach? Oh, yeah. All right. A Chain, Peoples Jones, Kamara. Like I think Chase Brown has got to be the next pick. He went to the Browns. Should have took him earlier actually, but Tillman, that's a good pick. Took my guy Sky Moore over here. Sky Moore, sneaky man. Got to see who they draft, but my guy Hutchinson at take my boy going to the Vikings. I like that opposite of JJ. I mean, let's go. We'll go ahead and Hooker here. Let's pick up another QB, and then we'll see what's left. We'll see what's left. Ingram, Dolchich. Go after that. Kidda got a bunch of wide receivers. I like that. I love going wide receiver heavy. Myers. All right, let's take a look at. Can I make this bigger? Bro? Shinbone went with Mahomes, Young, Kelsey, Adams, Javante, Chubb, Pollard, Akers, bunch of running backs. I guess that was auto picked. I mean, got the win now, like with Kelsey and Adams. Then a bunch of running backs. I guess. I mean, it's not going to be looking good at wide receiver. That's not pretty at all. So that team, I guess you can say, is trash after 1 year. I guess even if they got enough wide receivers to pick. Garoppolo, McBride, Elijah Mitchell, another guy I love getting late. An awesome guy to get. Antonio Gibson and Elijah Mitchell are two great guys to pick up late in your drafts. Because they're going to give you solid fantasy points each and every game, and they cost so cheap. Conquo. Let's check out TD Howe over here. Got Allen and Stroud with Brees Hall, Cup, Watson, Quentin Johnson. All right, yeah, I love that. That's a nice squad. Then you got Goddard, you got Keenan Allen really late. Monty, that's awesome. Get Monty that late too. Roshan Dolchich. I like that team, bro. I like that team. Sean Tucker goes next. Down to Sam at the end there. Mook when Hurts and Lance doesn't have another QB, so that's a risk there. Wilson Olave Gibbs. I love the first four, even first five picks really. Derrick Henry, Mixon, Cook, Jones, Bigsby, Kincaid, Tillman, Myers. Not too bad after that, but just risky at that QB spot. Definitely risky at the QB spot. There goes Madison. I mean, the Vikings might trade Dalvin Cook tomorrow night. Do we replace him with a running back? I don't know, or do we just go after Madison? Do we draft a running back later? Later in the draft and mix in Madison with the rookie. I mean, Brandon Cooks is another late guy that you can snag extremely late. That's an awesome pick there too. I like that. Mechie. Big trust going with Herbert, Waddle, Kenny Walker, JSN, Andrews, Jameson, Hollywood, Russell Wilson, Stafford. Okay, going with one young QB and then two older guys, get them through for a couple years. Mike Williams, Michael Mayer, Wandale Robinson. I like that pick. Elijah Mitchell, I like that pick too. That's some good picks there. Rashid Rice, Lazard, Dubes. So yeah, we got two more picks coming up. Let's see. What do we do? Um, Tyler Scott, Jaden Reed, Parker Washington's another guy I like late. We could take some RBs here. Oh, Izzy just got taken. I'm like, where the fuck? Where'd he go? McBride, McIntosh. Yeah, so I'll take Chase Brown. Hell yeah, going to the Browns there. That's a good spot. And then let's see what we go with on the last pick. Apparently Tennessee's done with Malik Willis. We kind of knew that last year though, so it's not surprising. I don't know where Musgrave went, but I'll take Musgrave here. Not in my pick yet. We'll take Musgrave on that comeback. Go over some of these teams and start getting ready for tomorrow night, man. See who gets traded. Uh, SG, we got Lamar and Kyler, good start. ETN, Drake London, Pittman, Burks. That's an awesome first six pick, even seven picks. You got Fryermuth there too. Miles Sanders that's a pretty good pick too. Shit. Um, Lockett, Mooney, yeah, that's a nice squad. I like that. I like the way you built, the way you built it. You got some guys that you can build around there. Jelani Woods, I like Jelani Woods too. I like Jelani Woods too. Sam went with CD, AJ, Diggs, Richardson, Purdy, Debo, Kirk, White, Waller, Evans, Alec Pierce. I like too. A good late pick there. Not bad. I like it. Just Rocky at QB. Anthony Richardson and Purdy. I mean, what if they don't start? What if they? What if Richardson busts? What if Purdy don't play? So you got some big question marks at QB. But I love the start at wide receiver. Debo, I hate. So sell Debo. Sell Debo. Chase McCaffrey, Cheetah. This team got no QBs. I don't know if this was all auto, but Eckler, Stevenson, Swift, Dobbins, Pierce. Ain't going nowhere with Derek Carr and Desmond Ritter. We finish this? Yep. Gainwell, Jaden Reed. Okay. Isaiah Likely. And Mike White to finish it up. Not bad. Not bad. Let's go over some of y'all. Diaz, we'll go over yours. Went young other than QB. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go over all the squads real quick, Marty. I'm gonna go over all of them. We'll check it out. Diaz went with Watson, Rogers, and Mac Jones. Okay, is Mac Jones going to be the starter? Is he going to continue to be the starter? There's been talk about that whole situation over there. So, yeah. But all right, JT, Kyle Pitts, Metcalf, DJ Moore, Terry, Mari Cooper, Jalen Hyatt. Stay away from Jalen Hyatt. Just save yourself. Um, he might get the draft capital, which might push him up boards, but I would just stay away from Jalen Hyatt. I mean, let somebody else take him. A Chain, Herbert, Lazard, and Jones. So yeah, I mean, I love the squad. TS. I mean, it's just a little wonky at the with the Mac Jones. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen. How long is Aaron Rodgers going to play? But yeah, you're in good position there. You got JT, you got Pitts, DK, and DJ Moore. You're good there for a little bit. Terry, Amari Cooper is being way kind of underrated, I think, right now. Um, but yeah, I like the squad there. I like the squad there. Where you at, Marty? Marty. Getting JJ at the 111 is tough. That's awesome. He went JJ and then Dak and Golf, which I like. So locked up the two QBs after that. Devonta Smith, Pickens, like it. George Kittle, Dotson, Pacheco, B Rob, Cook, Spears, Tucker. Love the Sky Moore pick. Sky Moore's my guy. Mechie's interesting, but they're most likely going to draft somebody at the wide receiver position. So I don't know what's going to happen with Mechie. Likely is good as well. Hopefully Andrews goes somewhere or gets traded, gets hurt, or maybe Likely winds up going somewhere. Maybe they trade Likely. That's kind of the best case scenario for him. But yeah, I love the squad, Marty. Those first like 7 picks are awesome. Then started going into some running backs, which is fine. But yeah, I love like because you can build around these guys. You can build around those top 7 guys. So you build around those guys, and you'll be set. Hopefully Pacheco, you can get another nice year out of him. B Rob, another guy, he's just not efficient. He's not efficient at all. He's not that good of a running back. And we'll see how long it takes for the team to realize that. I mean, they are one of the teams that they said could get Bijan, but I don't know. I doubt that at this particular time. We'll see what happens. So James Cook is very interesting. I like James Cook. We'll see if they draft anybody, but when James Cook is on the field, like he produces. So even if they do draft a guy, as long as it's not like Bijan or Gibbs, which basically takes away his role, like James Cook could be that pass catching, that 3 down kind of guy that comes in. So I do like James Cook. Again, we'll see what happens in the draft because a lot of guys can become irrelevant, rather quickly here within the next couple days. Mechie was high second rounder. He should get a shot. Yeah, listen, he'll absolutely get a shot, but he's going to get a shot on a shitty offense with a number 1 wide receiver, probably that they do draft. If they don't, then I do like Mechie. He's one of my guys that I have been saying just to stash on the bench. He's just a hold right now. You got him like way late, so it's fine where you got him. I just don't know what like the best case scenario outcome is. Like it might only be like wide receiver 3 fantasy wise, like best case scenario. Like I don't know if he'll ever crack the top 24, 25. Even the top 30 could be tough. So that's rough. Caleb Williams to the Texans next year. Yeah, possibly if they don't go QB, which they're saying is a possibility. If they don't go QB, then that's possible. Unless Stroud falls to, what do they have, 12? If Stroud falls, maybe they move up. I saw where they moved up to like 9 or 8 to take Stroud because Stroud wound up falling. So I don't know. We'll see. Is Anthony Richardson going in the top 5, top 10? Like, there's a lot of shit that can happen tomorrow. Jamie had Fields, Levis, and Pickett with Bijan and T. Higgins. I like that. Josh Jacobs, Godwin, Deontay Johnson. I love the Deontay pick there. Bateman is interesting, especially if they got OBJ and D Hop. Um, Bateman, to be fair, the talent is there. He's kind of just not had a fair shake where he's just been injured, which sucks. But if he didn't get injured last year, I mean, we might be talking about him a lot differently. Joku, one of my favorite tight ends to get late. If you miss out on the top guys or the fryer moves, um, Joku was great to get there. Mims, Kendrick Miller, Okonkwo, Rondell Moore. Rondell Moore's a sneaky guy too. I mean, they get rid of D Hop, and we'll see if they draft somebody or bring somebody else in. But I like Rondell Moore as a sneaky guy as well, so I like that. I mean, yeah, you guys drafted good squads. I mean, I like all the squads. Kidda had T-Law and Jones with Saquon and Harris, Judy, Ridley, Kirk, D Hop, Michael Thomas, Algier. Algier is another one where you got to be careful. Dubes, Jelani Woods. Yeah, overall, I like the squad. Saquon, I don't know, man. Saquon is tough because do they give him the contract or not? If they give him the contract, you can really be happy at least for the next 3 years. The value won't be there as far as if you're trying to trade him, but the production will definitely be there. I'm hoping he gets something. So let's see. Uh, what's my top five pick prediction? Hold on, let me pull up the draft real quick. So I did it. We actually did a mock. We did one last night actually. Hold on, let me pull up PFF's one. So yeah, I mean for the Panthers on that first pick, I think without a doubt they're going Bryce Young. And hold on, I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up real quick. Bateman be my flex. Yeah, I'm okay with that. If Bateman's your flex, you took Gibson. I love Gibby. I'm a Gibby lover. I'm telling everybody just go buy Gibby because he's gonna give you what did he give us 12 points per game last year or something like that. Now I gotta pull it up because I gotta see. But yeah, I love Gibby. He's so cheap and he's gonna give you automatic points every week. You at Gibby? 20 will get all right, 11 points per game. 11 points per game. Literally point 0.6 from being a top. No, not point 0.6. My bad. 1 point away from being a top 24 running back points per games wise. I mean, so yeah, I'll take it. A couple points less than the Swift, Walkers, Pierces, Sanders, ETN. I mean, ETN a point less than that. Like he's right there. So absolutely, I love Gibby. I love Gibby late. All right, let me pull up this draft for you. We'll go over or we'll even make the picks. I don't even care. Let's check it out. So yeah, I think Bryce Young goes one. It's very possible the Texans don't go um and take the QB here. So if they wound up going like Will Anderson, you've got the Cardinals at 3 who most likely might trade out of that. But let's just say they don't, they take Jalen Carter. Colts without a doubt I think is taking Will Levis even if CJ Stroud is still on the board. I think they're taking Will Levis. The Seahawks is an interesting spot. Do they go QB if CJ Stroud is still there, if Anthony Richardson's still there? Do they go QB? Right? That's a big one, especially with the two D line going earlier. Let's say they do go QB. I don't think they'll pass up on Anthony Richardson if they have a chance to take Anthony Richardson. I think that the Seahawks are one of the best spots for Anthony Richardson because he doesn't have to start right away. You can sit there behind Geno, learn a little bit, and then be ready to play. You're coming into an offense that has Kenneth Walker, so you have a franchise running back. You've got DK Metcalf, so you've got a number one wide receiver. You've got Lockett as well. How long he's going to be there, I don't know. Is he still going to be there when Anthony Richardson starts? We'll see. But yeah, I don't think the Seahawks don't take Anthony Richardson if he's still there. This is they're not going to get another top pick like this again. So if you have a chance to take a franchise QB, I think they do it. Um, we'll see. We'll see. After this is where it gets rough. Like, what do the Lions do at this point? Like, do they go corner, which they don't necessarily deeply need? Do they go Nolan Smith? Do they go Cansey, who's been climbing up the boards? I mean, I don't know. Some of these defensive guys I don't know as well as Miles Murphy. I mean, maybe they go Cansey, right? Build up the fucking D line. Who knows? Then you got the Raiders on the clock. What are the Raiders going to do? They'll take a cornerback most likely. Apparently, they like Jimmy G. They said they're not taking a QB. CJ Stroud's still on the board, which is where some of these teams might come in and trade. If CJ Stroud's still on the board when the Falcons pick, do they take CJ Stroud? Bro, I don't know. Do they pass up on that? If they do, I'm sure the Titans might wanna try and move up. Maybe the Texans wanna move up if Stroud lasts that long, but I would take Stroud if I'm the Falcons there. Get the damn QB. You've got wide receiver, you've got tight end. You need to do more than that. The Bears need a tackle, so I'd go tackle there, and then this is where, the Eagles come up, and what do they do? Do they go Nolan Smith? Do they go Miles Murphy? Do they go Bijan? I mean, Christian Gonzalez, I don't know. You doing your show tomorrow or the for the draft? Yeah, well, we're gonna do the draft. We're gonna cover the draft. We'll talk dynasty. We'll still do a show, but it will be most likely the draft. So we'll probably start it earlier than typical, so we can be on for the whole. We'll cover the whole draft most likely. I don't know. I gotta ask Huss. I didn't even ask him. Um, but yeah, most likely we'll all be on. I think for the draft. So Eagles now. What do the Eagles do? Maybe they go Brian Branch. Who? I don't know, man. I've done this so many times that I pick different shit now. Now the Titans come up. What do the Titans do? They need O line too. Do they go Paris Johnson or do they take a wide receiver? Do they go with a JSN? Does JSN go there? JSN go to the Titans. Fuck it. JSN goes to the Titans. I think that's definitely realistic. They're talking about how they do want a wide receiver. Then you've got the Texans come up now at 12, and now what do you do now? And they took Will Anderson in the first. Do we stack up more on the O line, or do they trade out of this pick? There's a lot of talk of them trading out of this pick now. So I don't know. But they'll go. Let's say they go Christian Gonzalez. He's still on the board. He most likely will go top 10. So then you got the Packers on the board. Do they go tight end or do they go wide receiver? You got JSN off the board already. I think it's early, a little bit early to go after some of these other guys. But do you go out and get some weapons for Jordan Love? I still think they go tight end. Like I think they go Mayer or they go Kincaid. I think they would go for Mayer more. I think Mayer just is more of an all around guy, where Kincaid is probably the better pass catcher. But we'll see. See y'all tomorrow. Yeah, Jamie, thanks for tuning in, bro. I'm about to get out of here in a few. Let me just. I guess I'll just finish off this mock real quick. Let's go see what do the Pats do. Pats need tackle too. Let's take a tackle. Pats. And the Jets come up. They need tackle bad. So there go Broderick. And then you got Washington that comes up. And Washington can do a little bit of everything. I mean, they need tight end. Do they take Darnell Wright? Do they take Anton Harrison? Let's say they take Darnell Wright. They start building up. Then you've got Pittsburgh on the clock. Pittsburgh could either go Anton Harrison or they go defense. They go Joey Porter. They go Banks. I think they go Joey Porter. I don't know if he falls. Who knows how far he falls? I would love for my Vikings to get him, but then you got the Lions up here. They do need a tight end. Maybe they go Kincaid. That brings us to the Bucks, who may take Bijan Robinson. Maybe they trade out. They need everything. But Nolan Smith is still here. Miles Murphy. Maybe they go defense. Then you got Seahawks again, who they went Anthony Richardson at first. They still need defense. Maybe they go Nolan Smith there. Then you got the Chargers on the clock. Bijan's still here. I mean, I don't know, where should I have Bijan go? I mean, do the Chargers take him here and just reset everything with Eckler? Uh, or do they just go corner? They could go wide receiver too, but maybe not. Then you got Ravens on the clock. Let's say they get D Hop. Maybe the wide receivers don't go, and these guys are still out there, right? They go Van Ness for the edge. Then the Vikings are up. Most likely we trade back from this, pick up some other assets, but if we don't, we still oh, Tyree Wilson's still here. I missed that shit. Um, but with these guys left over here, do we go wide receiver or do we go Bijan here at 23? I mean, maybe not. Do we go Addison? Do we go Zay Flowers is still on the board too? I mean, you know what? Let's take Bijan. We had Adrian Peterson. We had Dalvin Cook. We might trade him tomorrow. Vikings take Bijan. Uh, then you've got the Jags up here. Jags take Tyree Wilson. They're not fucking around. Then you got the Giants up. They need a wide receiver. The mock we just had, they took Quentin Johnson. Maybe they take Quentin Johnson there. Then you've got the Cowboys. Cowboys also looking for a wide receiver and or running back. You still got Gibbs here. What do they do? Let's say they go Jordan Addison, stock up on the offense, CD Lamb, Jordan Addison. Then you got the Bills on the clock. Bills. I don't know who the Bills should go with here. They need a wide receiver too. Shit, they go Zay Flowers. Let's just say Zay Flowers on the board. Bengals are up. Bengals. I mean, tight ends are gone. Mixon's Gibbs is going to go somewhere in this back end of the first. It's just a matter of where is he going to go, and our team's going to move up. Like the Cowboys, the Bills, the Bengals, the Eagles, and the Chiefs. There's a very high possibility that these teams move up in this back end of the first to try and get one of the guys that are still available that are up here. You know, the Bijan, Addison or Flowers, maybe if they're up there. It's gonna be good. Saints, they need a bunch. Let's just say they take Anton Harrison. They could use that, whatever, get some offensive line help. And you got the Eagles back up. Where did we go with on the? We went Brian. We went safety earlier, so maybe we take the edge here. Okay, let's take the edge and McDonald, and then the Chiefs are up. All the wide receivers are gone. All the running backs are gone. So you start taking some of these defensive guys. Got Jack Campbell up here still. I mean, Mozzie Smith, maybe. Who knows? But anyway, that was just for fun, just for the end of it. But anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for coming in through on the mock. Jamie, Marty, Mike, Sam. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Albert, Bayou. Appreciate you guys. But yeah, we'll be on tomorrow night, 420 Hustle Network. Just follow us up. Make sure you're following on Instagram. But most likely we'll be on for our show tomorrow night. But we'll just do the draft because the draft will be tomorrow night. So we'll be on a little bit earlier than usual. But yeah, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks, guys.